We are live on a Friday night, January of 2022. We are back from a long hiatus for the holidays, and I'll be honest, fellas, the only reason I'm here is because I did not win the Powerball. Welcome to the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast on January 7th. I'm going to say July 7th. I'm really trying to rush time away as the ground is draped in snow in a blanket of white. And we are here in January talking Rangers hockey on a Friday. We are brought to you by Johnny C's Tees, the pride of Broad Channel. More than just t-shirts. He'll hook you up with any swag you want, and he'll do it in a timely fashion and like a gentleman. And you'll be, satisfied with the product as well. We thank you, Johnny C's Tees. With you tonight, again, another light crowd, but at least we're not by ourselves, Bill.
Yay.
Because we spent the past few podcasts in November and December just by our lonesome.
2 or 3.
So,
I have a camera
how are
coming,
you?
so I'm good. I have a camera coming Sunday, so after that, you'll see my dumb face.
It should really benefit you tonight, having a camera coming Sunday.
It does.
And Beano is back. Beano, how are you?
I'm actually going for my second place prize because I didn't win the Powerball. So I'm playing Mega Millions right now with my Jack Pocket app right now. Make sure I get.
See, I don't know about this Jack Pocket thing. Has anybody won playing with this app yet?
I've won like little prizes, like $2, $4, $6, $12, and as I get my confirmation, I bought my ticket. I'm in.
I had to go to the store and print out the lottery ticket to feel like I actually played it. I feel like the app is a scam.
It very well could be, but I'm in. I got to make sure I get the ticket in.
Got to be in it to win it.
Got to be in it to win it. So it's a fool's bet, but I don't want to be the fool that could have. Yeah.
Did somebody win? Did somebody win Powerball?
Yes, we won the Powerball.
A one ticket shot.
Wait,
I think 2 tickets won, but someone got the grand and someone got like maybe the second, and it's all gone. It's all gone.
Imagine that happening just overnight. Oh my god. You know what? Don't even imagine it. Not worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots happened between our pre-holidays podcasts and now. I'm not sure if at the moment they still are, but very recently the Rangers, points-wise, were the best team in the NHL.
Do you want the update on that?
Yes, I'm sure Billy's feverishly checking that right now.
Yes, go ahead, Bill.
They are tied with Washington, but Washington's in first because they have 6 losses to the Rangers' 9.
Okay. Well, thank you. I mean, again, just because you're the best team points-wise, I mean, I am not ready to buy into the fact that they are actually the best team in the league. Agree or disagree?
Agree, 100%. They're winning on the road. They're winning good road games. They're playing well, but they're not the best. I wouldn't say they're the best team in the league.
I have to amend
there
my
is still
statement.
Why?
Tampa Bay's in first, which I was on division that week. Tampa Bay's in first with 51. Who the fuck is Florida?
That's why you're the best in the business, Bill.
Oh, the Panthers.
But, you know, I'll take that because the Rangers beat Tampa back-to-back last week. So they have their strengths. They have their moments. Things are going well. But I'm not ready to call them the best team in the league. I mean, come on.
Tampa's got 51 points, and the Rangers have a game in hand. So they're right there.
We have to temper our I don't want to say temper our expectations. I mean, this team playing this way has raised expectations. They have to make the playoffs, considering where they are now. They can't have some type of collapse. It just can't happen. I'm afraid, actually, of what might happen if it does, considering what went on the first 3 games of this season when the fan base was ready to just pack it in with an entire new regime. You remember those times, Bill?
Yeah, it was sad.
It was like crazy.
People were
I had to go on a rant.
It was like the 3rd game of the season.
I was there for that podcast. Who am I? Why are you even going to come on the show? You're not even going to address me like I'm here, just talking to Billy. You're all
finally, prodigal son Beano is back in business. Got a brand new microphone for Christmas. I could see.
Santa brought me a new mic. Says I sound like shit. I need a new microphone.
Who got you the red mic cover?
It came with multiple colors, and I went with
chose red. Did they come with blue?
I came with like a very light blue. It would not have.
Not Ranger blue.
No, obviously black. I think like an orangey yellow. Like no, the red was perfect.
Fair enough. lot of highlights from our time away. We took time away for the holidays. A lot of good things. Actually, the Rangers didn't really play over Christmas with the NHL canceling games or postponing games, I should say. So
Blame Canada.
yeah, I mean,
Canada.
is there going to come a point where COVID ever just chills, or at least the people just chill and accept it for what it has become? Just I have to think that a lot of these guys that are testing positive are not actually, or most of them are probably not very sick at all. And they never shut down games or locker rooms or anything for when a team had a flu outbreak. So I don't really get difference. They're just really, I don't know. I'm fed up and I'm just ready for it in all walks of life, not even with hockey, but at the very least, because I got the cron for Christmas. So at the very least, you're home all the time and I could just watch hockey, but you couldn't because hockey also had the cron.
I also had the cron right after Christmas, and now we're back. I'm back to normal. But yes, there was nothing. There was nothing to distract me from the Flurona, other than watching nothing.
Flurona is a thing.
I know it is now, but I like that better. I like that better than COVID. I like the Flurona.
Just having the flu and having Corona at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get that, Bill. Billy, it's impossible for Billy to get COVID, so maybe you'll get Flurona.
Yeah, I don't know what I've done. I haven't done anything right. That's not true. I've gotten shot. I got to get shot again. Damn Johnson and Johnson.
Gonna go grab that. Gonna grab a booster.
Yeah, I got to grab a booster still. I'm just being an idiot about it. It's not like an actual. I'm just like, oh, I'll schedule that, and then I have a beer after work and go to bed instead.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I just have a couple things that I'd like to bring up. The Pittsburgh Penguins have won like 10 games in a row. Really lighting a fire under the Rangers, so to speak. I thought we were gonna shame on me. I thought we were gonna coast to a top 3 finish in this very good division. Where do the Penguins keep finding these players that bring them success? And they don't. And Malkin's gonna come back, and I don't even know who they're going to. Tell me right now, is their goalie Tristan Yari? Is that their goalie?
Jari, yeah. I don't know.
Don't
who
even
the backup playing.
No idea. Some of these names you hear, like, who the fuck is Evan Rodriguez? Who is he?
Well, they got Rust. Rust is on fire. He's
Where did he come from? I dropped him from my fantasy team earlier in the year.
But he's a habitual Ranger killer. A goal every time he plays the Rangers, at least 2 points. But you knew they were going to be somewhat there, and we're not even halfway through. But they're playing very well, and we were playing very well up until yesterday. I guess we still played pretty well to start the game, but.
So did you watch that game?
I listened to the first period, and I started losing it. As the score went up, I clicked it, and it was time to go to bed.
Completely honest, I physically can't make it to puck drop for a 10 p.m. game.
Tomorrow, maybe. Saturday, maybe I can do it.
I would be very surprised if even tomorrow my body allowed me to stay awake to see the beginning of a 10 o'clock game. So basically what I do is I turn MSG on, I fall asleep, I wake up either right before the game ends or right after it's over, and if they don't show the score, I just look at my phone and check it. I can't do it. I'm glad I didn't stay up for last night's game, though. The 5-1 drubbing at the hands of the Knights. I saw Kreider's goal in the highlight. Nice to see him shoot the puck. And at that point, it was 1-1. I don't know what the hell happened afterward. I know Shesterkin. Guess he's got the cron also, which sucks. I mean, he can't stay on the ice for whatever reason. Honestly, if I was awake to hear that, I would have been fine with Georgiev and that. He's been playing well when called upon. I know we gave him a lot of shit on this podcast, rightfully so, in the beginning of the year. He wasn't really acting like a team player, but he stepped up in Chesty's absence. Now, I ask you this. When the trade deadline passes, is Georgiev still on the Rangers?
Gone. Because he's playing well, because he's playing consistently. He's played because Shesterkin was out. He's not a backup. When he plays well, it's because he's consistently playing. And like anyone, if the more you play more frequently, he needs to be like a pinch hitter. He needs to come off and play maybe once a week and be good, not great, good. And he can't do that. And he's proven that he can't do that. If he sits for a week and plays, he gives up 6 goals.
So you don't have any ulterior motives for wanting him traded?
because he's not a good backup. A good backup is who can come in and play 12 games a year and win 8 of them. That's a good backup.
Like Keith Kincaid. That's what I thought your ulterior motive was.
But well, yes, it is.
Trade Georgiev so we could start have Kincaid.
A traditional backup goalie is a veteran guy who's maybe even a journeyman that could go in there and just give you a solid effort every time. And it's no inconsistency. Even if he's consistently bad as he starts in spot starts. That's his MO. And
I'm trying to think back to who were bad backup goalies for the Rangers in recent memory.
Bad backup.
I was not a fan of Marty Biron.
I liked Marty Biron. He was all right.
He had great eyes. He had beautiful eyes. Nice looking man. But I don't think he was a very good goalie by the time he got here.
Ronta was a good backup.
Ronta was a good backup.
I was literally
Steve Elliott was a good backup.
Steve Elliott was a very good backup.
I'm so
Numbers
upset.
weren't great. Lundqvist played 70-something games, so it didn't really matter. Like Georgia, how many games? What's Georgiev's record now? He's played a ton of games.
Well, he's had to.
I know, and he's been not great numbers. They're good numbers, but I need him to be the guy to play on the fifth day, that fifth starter. That's what I need him to be and give us a chance to win. And he doesn't do that when he's called upon in that scenario.
There's got to be teams like Edmonton that are desperate enough for a solid starting goalie that are willing to. I mean, maybe they trade him straight up for McDavid. Maybe they do.
Yeah,
things are falling apart over there. And apparently, McDavid and Strome are like this.
I would not take that contract. I'm sorry. I love McDavid, but I wouldn't be able to take that contract.
Do you,
I mean, come on.
Do you want his record? Because it took me a while to figure out how to spell his name.
It's probably not horrible, but it's horrible when he comes in. But go ahead, Billy.
Of course, we want his record.
15 games played, 6 wins, 4 losses, 2 overtime losses.
Not terrible.
Oh, but
Could be a lot worse.
it could be a lot. But he didn't play, and he didn't play terrible last night.
I mean,
He did not. The highlights I saw, second and third period, one was deflected. Well, the fourth goal was deflected in. The first goal was the power play. And it was like the third attempt. Like he made the first 2 saves and they scored on the third attempt. Like that's never goalie's fault. Like
how come Alex told me that there was a puck kicked in last night that it wasn't waved off?
It was not kicked in. The rule is a distinct kicking motion. You are allowed to direct the puck in the net.
He turned his skate.
Yes. It was not like the leg kick, kicking the puck in. I understand. We were all frustrated. I'm sure he was actually watching the game. At that point I gave up, but I watched it. I replayed. It was one of those little turns, little direct, moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
moving
that.
the hips,
It's all in the hips.
and it was over. It didn't make a difference because they got 2 shots in the third period, and it was over.
Yeah, they need Panarin back. Obviously, it would help if Shesterkin played, I would imagine. But, if you're going to score only 1 goal, you don't win many of those games.
No.
So,
No.
I mean, I'm very satisfied so far with where things are at.
I am hearing rumblings of the Keandre Miller. Maybe Keandre Miller should be the next odd man out in this defense
Really?
group.
Why they like Zach Jones that much?
Well, again, it's been a small sample, but now it's like give the kids a chance. Like Keandre Miller's in his second year. I don't think people remember. Like this is his second year with the team. He's still young too. But I necessarily don't hate him. I like the Truba Miller little combo, but like I said, he'll eventually get a little injury. They'll take a break, move somebody around. But I'm starting to hear the
If
rumblings.
he was part of a solid trade package for like a not too old, but experienced veteran D-man, like a Giordano kind of thing. Although I feel like he's old. If you're over 30 year old, essentially.
Phil, the thrill.
They keep talking about this. I can't even pronounce his name. Who's the kid from Phoenix? Chikrin? I don't know.
Nick.
They keep throwing his name around. I feel like Billy not being able to pronounce a name.
No.
Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow night? Is it Phoenix or Arizona tomorrow?
No, is it? I don't even know because I know I'm not watching it because I can't stay up.
Oh no, it's the Ducks. The Ducks.
I know they have the Ducks and they have the Sharks at some point on this trip. And
God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 o'clock games in the 10:30 in LA Monday.
yeah, this is me not watching them. So
Tomorrow. I'm gonna watch the game tomorrow. Now I'm gonna stay up because it's Saturday and I can stay up on a Saturday. Hopefully,
I will try to stay up tomorrow to watch. Who they play tomorrow? Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Really good team with a lot of good
Yeah,
young players. And they came out of nowhere, Anaheim. They were not expected to be what they are.
because they've been
You-
garbage for years.
Young kids step up. Your young kids step up a little bit, and things happen.
Kings and Sharks are tied for first, and oh no, I'm sorry, they're fifth and sixth. They're outside looking in, so they're not even playing. I'm strike that from the record.
Well, what they got 5 games in the West. They've lost 1. Win 3 out of 4. Let's go. Come home happy, and at that point we'll be closer and closer to Lundqvist night on the 28th. Very excited for that, but it's not time to talk about that yet.
Update. You know how I bought the tickets to the wrong game?
Yes.
2 of them sold.
Ah.
As we're inching closer.
Yes.
Money. I got my money back. Plus, good. I might add.
Like it.
The
So see,
Pennsylvania-
everything. All's well that ends well.
well, I still got 2 tickets, so I still might be might just
you
jump
can-
on that plane and
Oh,
go.
God.
Imagine that. Go by myself.
You do have super immunity now that you've had the crime.
Yes.
Nothing can
Teflon.
touch you.
Teflon.
Nothing can touch you. So I have to bring this up.
Uh-oh.
Bean, I'm sorry. I know that many podcasts have probably discussed this before. Ranger fans hotly debated, but it's time to put it to bed once and for all. Of course, I'm talking about the Potvin chant. I know that you're a Potvin chant defender. Please rationalize that for me because I don't get it.
Tradition. That's all. It's just that simple. We've been doing it for 40 years.
Some traditions need
There-
to die.
There was a time when DiPietro was on the Islanders. And for a moment, I thought we should have switched it to DP sucks. And I thought that should have caught some fire. DP sucks, but that never got. But I'm trying to remember how I defend this in our group chat. That was probably more going to rise out of Zach than actually defending. I just like it. It's been around forever. It doesn't need to go away. Just add something else. Do another chant or whistle or whatever the hell you want.
Well, who would you replace him with? You could do PK. We don't like PK Subban. He's a slew footer.
You can't replace. I thought about replacing that was years ago with Rick DiPietro. Make a new one. Just make a new one and do it another time during the game.
Or
Leave Pop-
stop doing it altogether. Stop doing the stupid whistle. Stop doing it. Stop triggering it.
Game. Just need one a game. It doesn't even have to be the game is live. It can be done during like commercial. Just someone has to just take it by the bull by the horns, do it once a game, and that's it. And then it's done.
The majority of fans that we interact with on social media are like between 7 and 19 years old. Okay. They're freaking babies. I'm
Well-
37. I never saw Pop Van play. Why do they even hate him? Who did he hurt? I don't even forget who he even hurt. Who did he hurt?
I don't think he hurt anybody.
He hurt one of our star players.
Well, I think it was more he hurt our franchise, and the Islanders won 4 Stanley Cups. In the 80s, that was probably more.
It's
More of
silly
it.
at this point to keep it going. When I used to have season tickets in the early 2000s, the group of people by any time they heard the whistle, the whole section would scream, "Shut up," over and over to not have people do it. People hate it. If you polled Ranger fans, the majority of them hate it or don't even understand it. And I think it's time to go. There's been plenty of traditions that have come and gone. You know what? It used to be a tradition in Germany to follow Adolf Hitler, but they did away with that tradition.
That's not
You're
comparable.
comparing Pop fans to the Nazi Germany in the 40s.
Not comparable at all.
Come on, Billy, help me out with that one.
I'm getting up and getting a beer. That's where I'm going.
I'll tell you right now, if I'm at the Garden or at the old Coliseum or whatever, the IBS arena that they play in now, or Barclays. if that
IBS
whistle-
is irritable bowel.
I love that. I love that IBS arena. I heard that so many times. If I hear that whistle, there's 100% chance I'm screaming "Pot fan sucks," because
I'm gonna
Traditions.
I'll set that one out.
traditions. I'm not letting it die. I'll say it. I'll say it to the end. If someone, I can't do the whistle. I will never instigate it, but I will
I
participate.
can't whistle loud enough either. But I guarantee if COVID never happened and the CFO thing did, that would have been one of my crusades. Would have been to try and shut that chant down.
And
As
you
a
would
fan
you would
advocate,
eliminate everyone your age and above. I think
I would
40
what?
You would alienate all the fans our age and above.
40 and above crowd is not the crowd that I'm trying to please
Well,
and get their approval on social
30
media.
and below have no skin in the game.
Everything's about clicks. It's about the almighty clicks.
So, do you want to know why? Do you want to know
Yes.
why it started? On February 25th, 1979, Rangers were playing the Islanders when Potvin, blah, blah, blah. Ulf Nilsson was
That's
going
the
for
guy.
the puck with a minute left. Oh, why did you load an ad? With a minute left, minute and 20 seconds left, Potvin came around, checked Nilsson into the end boards, causing him to limp off the ice. He broke his ankle when his skate got caught in a crevice in the ice.
Crevice.
Crevasse.
I have never seen Billy produce like this. I mean, he's doing it.
He's all rested up. Everyone's coming
He's
back
going
from
for
vacation. It must
He's
have been
going for it.
his New Year's resolution was to not actually be a producer on the show and bring up stats. And
It's really, you love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, so really,
I'm impressed, Billy. I'm not being facetious. I'm very impressed.
You're welcome. So it's really just a fuck.
Also,
Islanders
fuck
chant.
Potvin and fuck the chant. Fuck the Islanders. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's
opinions are assholes, and all the Ranger fans under 30 are pretty much assholes anyway. So I don't care. They can have their own shit opinion because I don't care about it anyway.
Well, all the Ranger
And I
fans
said my
above 30 are also assholes.
Oh, these kids today.
They took our gerbs.
Come up with a new one. Come up with a new one. Come up with a better one. How about that? Not even a new one, a better one.
I mean, it seems like it's become the fuck Islanders chant without saying fuck Islanders, so we don't have to have
Every time I hear from now on, no matter if I'm at the game with Beano or not, I'm going to say Beano sucks.
I approve that.
That's my new chant.
It's not even like I said. That's what I said. It's not even like Potvin sucks anymore. It's just a shitting on the Islanders.
Yeah,
it's just a shit on the Islanders. That's all it is. Like Billy just said.
It's become that because you don't want to have a Let's Go Brandon incident at the Garden every night.
I would love it. Let's go Brandon.
Yeah, but like that, I mean, that's great that happened.
I would love a Let's Go Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. You know, for like a month, I had no idea what that meant. I saw it everywhere. It's on T-shirts. Like, what the fuck is it? And I finally took the time to look it up. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense.
I just can't believe that broadcaster was like, I'll fix this.
It's really funny that happened.
And before we leave the Potvin sucks thing, the Islanders' rebuttal to Potvin sucks is the chicken dance theme song saying the Rangers suck. That's their.
I thought it was if you know the Rangers suck, clap your hands.
Oh, it was the
Rangers suck.
That's just played the Coliseum. I don't think they do it anymore at IBS Arena. Do people still go?
I don't think a creative person has come out of Long Island since William Joel. And he's like pushing 70.
I'm going to see William Joel at the Garden in March.
I heard
it shows you how much he loves Long Island is that his residency is in the heart of Manhattan.
He's still got the house in Oyster Bay.
He knows where the money is.
Billy, Long Island sucks.
I mean, the glass houses, that was him throwing a rock at his house in Lloyd Harbor. So, you know, he's there. His first album was Cold Spring Harbor.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever seen Billy Joel in concert?
You know who comes from Cold Spring Harbor? Chodes.
Oh, well, I was gonna say me, but thanks.
Case in point, you proved my point.
Shit.
No, is it Ricky, Billy? Have you seen Billy Joel at the Garden?
I have not. I can honestly take him or leave him. So I don't.
I heard it's fantastic. I've never seen it. This is my first time, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a grand old time.
We're strictly '80s Joel.
We don't. Billy Joel, do what? Shut.
Take your Skancore wife and get the fuck out of here.
Horatio Sands, very underrated. How does that man is gone from television? Where is Horatio Sands?
His defining role was the chef in Road Trip with the French Toast.
Yeah, fantastic. A very underrated movie, by the way.
Great movie, great film. That's the peak of Tom Green's fame. He's eating rats. He's being weird. He was living that life, Tom Green. Great movie. That the height of Stifler's, like post American Pie. Like he's a one-trick pony, but he's still good at it.
Yeah.
Breckenmeyer, the weird skinny kid from the new guy. Great film, great cast.
The end of that scene. Oh, what a nice guy! Like that they all like. What a nice guy.
And he's eating the French toast like. It's good. It has for powdered sugar on it.
And
Oh god.
I never got over like Sean William Scott is wearing like Adidas track pants and like a button up shirt that entire movie. Like that's like that was the look, like to wear track pants and a nice button down shirt. Like I don't know, I just that was so comical.
That could be like a Mardi Gras costume. You show up in like a
That's a
like a
good
fake
one.
yellow bus dressed as those guys. That would be pretty funny. And
I
someone
mean,
else
it
is
was-
Tom Green with a mouse in one hand and a snake in the other.
It will never be good as a Nightman cometh, I might say. I think
No,
that
that was pretty good.
That was
who
pretty
did
damn good.
that? I don't remember that. But again, Mardi
It
Gras.
was spot on. We didn't get a picture with all of us,
Yeah,
but I was the day man, like the Charlie Day man.
the yellow suit and everything.
Beano was the night man. Robbie Roberts was the day man because we couldn't find anybody else. Kristen was the waitress, princess,
Familiar now.
and Mike Val was the troll. And it was
was-
dynamite.
It was everyone looked great.
What do you mean? Was
And
the
I was
troll?
probably 40 pounds heavier. It was great. I was fat Nightman.
It was great.
Oh,
It was great.
I didn't
Really, I had
realize
the
that-
makeup and everything. I had the cat eyes. I didn't put them on though because I bitched out. I didn't want to put freaking contacts in my eyes.
It was
But
going for
That's-
gasps.
it-
Gasps
hilarious.
where it's at.
I can't believe I don't remember that.
Oh, you were probably like 14 because you're like 12 now. So
that was a long time ago. That was like when that episode like came out like that year. So how long was
and
that?
that was over 10 years ago,
Yeah.
easily.
The play episode or
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Nightman Comet. That was like season.
It was
I want to
early.
say 4 or 6. I don't know,
Wikipedia?
somewhere in there. Billy's gonna look it up.
Season 4,
And
episode
Kristen
12.
still has that dress. Kristen still
Season
has that-
4,
Yeah, episode 12, November 20th,
Season
2008. So I was in high school.
2008.
2008.
That probably means that Mardi Gras 2009. That was that costume.
Yeah, November 20th, 2008. Yeah, so it would have been 2009.
That's almost. It's like 15 years ago.
I know.
Oh
it's
my
wild.
god.
That's when I graduated high school.
Yeah, we're old. Anyway,
Billy, I worked for the fire department for 4 years while you were in stuff. You were in high school.
Wild.
you're one of those young Twitter kids that we're talking about, Bill. You freaking whippersnapper.
And I don't understand Twitter at all.
I mean, it's just typing a couple characters and trying to be funny, but it's next to impossible. So
Well, thus the problem for me.
anyway, why don't we get back to the Rangers? Why don't we play some trivia? Know that you have a couple questions lined up. If you have the soundbite, Trivia. All right.
How about hit that for me, Billy? I don't know how everyone
What?
sounds else. But
Are the standings?
Oh, standings. In first place, Ricky with 11. In second
Fact.
place,
he's been
Bags
freaking on the
with-
show by himself for a month.
well, in second place, Bags with 7 because he was on 2 shows and like cleaned house. In third, Beano with 5. Tied for
All right.
fourth, Al and Andrew with 3. And sixth is AJ, that prick, with 1. And in seventh, I guess you didn't hear, Cobb with 0.
AJ's probably in his house thinking that when he comes back onto the show, he's going to storm back and win.
Oh yeah,
That's what he's
so
thinking right now.
He hit us up in the group chat. He said, "Oh, I forgot I'm back," and I'm like, "Well, just join." And he said, "Well, I have the kids now."
So
He could have brought them on.
Yeah, I didn't fight that battle.
Those kids love hockey.
I'm waiting for one of my kids to come running. Never happened.
Anyway, if you want me to go first, I'll go first.
No, why doesn't Beano go first? Or do you not have a Who Am I, Beano?
Well,
You want me to go first?
why don't you fix your microphone so we can hear you?
Yeah, right. You know, Billy, you talk about this webcam. Get into a damn microphone. You freak.
Go ahead.
Me?
No, who cares? I don't care. Go ahead. I got my whiteboard.
All right. The Rangers are playing the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow night. The last time they played the Ducks, they won 5-1. I want to know what year that was, because that's how long it's been. Was it 2020, 2019, 2018, or 2021?
We could see your answer, Ricky.
I'm ready.
Billy, you're playing?
Yeah. What were the choices? You said 18, 19, 20, or 21.
I wish you wouldn't have given choices.
21, 20, 19, 18.
I would have guessed this without a choice, but I don't know if I'm right. I just would have been my guess.
I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
19 just to be different because I saw Ricky's answer.
It's 2019, actually. December 22nd, 2019 is the last time the Rangers played the Anaheim Ducks, and they beat them 5-1.
I'm giving.
All right, I'll take Billy's points.
No,
There's
no.
more. There's always
Oh,
more.
But
Kreider had 2 goals. Zibanejad had a goal. It doesn't matter who had the other goal, but the man who scored again against the Rangers last night had a goal in that game. Brett Howden scored against the Anaheim Ducks.
Did he score against the Rangers again last night?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He sure did.
It's embarrassing.
Sure did.
But that's the most believable thing I've heard all day.
I thought you knew
Easily
that.
the most believable thing all day. I had no idea because I didn't watch the game. But
That's the first
that,
match.
if you would have told me that,
You would have believed it.
absolutely would have believed it right away because that's how it goes.
You could have said, I would have said they would have won last night. They would have won like 4-1, but the goal by Vegas would have been by Brett Howden.
Was it by chance their second goal, the game-winning goal? Because that'd be 2 game-winning goals for Howden, I think, this year against the Rangers.
No, it might have been the one that got deflected. It might have been a garbage goal. It wasn't. It could have been the last goal. I just know he scored a goal. I forget where.
He's probably got 3 goals on the season and 2 of them against the Rangers. But I don't care enough to look up his stats. Anyway, go ahead, Bill. You can do Cobb's question.
So I have a small problem with Cobb's question. I realized that it was really applicable to the beginning of
Small
December.
penis?
Well, that goes without saying, but I'll read it anyway.
Please.
Prior to Chris Kreider, who was the last Ranger to score 15 goals in the team's first 20 games?
I'm ready.
Me too.
Flip him.
Flip him.
No. Brendan Shanahan, 15 goals in the 2006 to 2007 season. Wow, good job, Cobb.
I was going to go with Yager, and I said, no, Gabrick have a phenomenal year as well. Like, maybe I'll sneak that one in.
He did. So did Rick Nash. Brendan Shanahan.
Trash.
Well, I have my question, I suppose. Okay. Beano, if you missed this, I'll be very upset with you.
Mike Richter.
How many games did Mike Richter play for the Rangers? Not just against the Devils. How many total games did Mike Richter play for the New York Rangers?
I was at his last game, so I know this answer.
Oh, you're done already?
Did you get my hint?
No, what was that?
Oh, go ahead. Flip it. I said not just against the Devils.
Oh,
A total 666 is correct.
story time. Story time.
Please, story time.
Senior year of high school, I was elected to the All-Star game for St. Edmund Preparatory.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie. 100% true. It was after 9/11. You usually played on the Garden Ice. You played the game before the Ranger game. And because it was right after 9/11, they weren't doing it. So they gave us all tickets to the game, and we got like walk across the between the second and third period, like from the CHSA All-Star, St. Edmund Prep. They did everybody that was on the All-Star team. Between the second and third period, Mike Richter took a slap shot to the head from Chris Tamer, cracked his skull. He never played a hockey game again. And I got to look at all his pads outside the trainer's room. Saw it happen. I had to go down through the tunnel, and that was it. That's why he's my favorite forever too. I was at his last game.
Why didn't you take the pads?
At the time, I didn't think he was never going to play hockey again. And also, I met Tim Robbins in the urinal down there as well.
Oh, Susan Sarandon's husband?
Yes.
What?
A lot happened. A lot happened back in the early 2000s, I must say. A lot was going on.
Listen, those were the days. Not 9/11, but like the other days. The days.
I meet a lot of famous people in the Garden taking a piss. Tim Robbins, Roger Bear. I mean, that's why I meet him. Peter Nedved.
Rod. Mr. Ranger. Anyway. You have a Who Am I or no?
I have the audio. Do you want that?
Billy has a humor.
No, but Bill, you have the Who Am I or Beano has the Who Am I?
Well, I have the one that you got, so I can't play that one. Or I can't.
You have a Who Am I for tonight?
No, I have
Me?
Beano.
No, I do not have a new Who Am I. I do not.
So we don't have one.
Billy has
Wayne
Billy
Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky is the answer.
I thought you had another one, Billy.
No.
No? Did I give you one? Did you? Or you read it?
No,
From
I
way
read
back
it
when.
off. I read it off because Ricky said just read it so we have content, and so I did, and he got it
Who
immediately.
am I? in on Mike Richter's 660th career game, who did Beano meet in the men's urinal in the bowels of Madison Square Garden? If you're paying attention at home, it's this doesn't count, Ricky, because he's going to say it counts. All I got towards his all-time "Who Am I" score.
I mean,
She was pissing in the urinal because the ladies' room was packed.
Bull Durham.
I actually think that's
That
worth
that
it.
was his name.
Susan
What was his
Sarandon.
character? Bull Durham was Kevin Costner.
Oh,
Correct.
And if you're not watching Yellowstone, watch it.
I gotta-
Fantastic
Yeah,
program.
people keep telling me that. I will. I'm just not running to do it. For some reason, I'm not being pulled toward it.
It's on
Well,
like
I got
streaming
caught up
services,
when
too.
I was home for about a week of not leaving the house and doing much. I got caught up on my programs, on my stories, as they say.
Well, since you can't watch the Rangers, because they're on at 10 o'clock and 10:30 at night, what are you watching besides Yellowstone? Excuse me. What are you watching?
Last night I actually worked till like 10 o'clock last night. That's why I listened to the radio on the way home from work. That's probably the only reason I caught any part of the game. And I put it down, laid in bed, and that was it. I drifted away. But
What shows are you currently watching?
Yellowstone, I started 1883, which is like the prequel to Yellowstone. Other than that, I don't
Yeah,
know.
other than that.
That's really it. I watch old shit. I watch old Sunny episodes. I'm not even caught up. I'm so behind on that. So I watch that. Impractical Jokers is like background noise in my house. That's just on. That
Joe Gatto leaving the show.
Yeah.
Oh, devastating. The show is not going to be the same.
No, I wouldn't even do it if I was them.
They're going to do it. They're still going to do it.
I know, but he was the guy. Like he was like the comedy producer basically. He came up with most of the shit.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Murray's
really?
another one. But it worked. That show worked, and now I'm amazed how it still worked because how these guys not recognizable. Kind of
Right. I don't think a lot of people watch True TV, so
That's a lie.
I don't think a lot of people watch it. I think enough people don't watch it that they could still get away with it.
Yeah.
But that show is not going to be the same, obviously.
I think they missed a big opportunity with everyone wearing the mask over the last 2 years. They could have.
Yeah, they could have went wild.
They could have been doing it like no one
Mask and a hat. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the entire season of Cobra Kai on New Year's Eve. That show's still good.
I heard that's good. I saw the first 2 episodes. I haven't got back into it.
It's very good. My wife and I are watching Station 11 on HBO Max, which is weird but also good. It gets better as you go through it. It's a little slow starting. It's about a flu pandemic that wipes out most of the population of the planet, and it's about the survivors. So it kind of hits home.
Where's that kind of material from? That's a fresh idea. It's a fresh.
Yeah, what do they call it? Art imitates life or some shit. I don't know. It's really good. It's weird, but it's good. What else are we watching?
Succession. Watch that.
Succession's great. All caught up on Succession.
Everyone tells me to watch that too. I'm going to start that.
What's
The new
premise?
season of Curb Your Enthusiasm was awesome.
What's the premise?
I've been watching Hard Knocks in season with the Colts. That's really good. I think it's better than training camp. I think they should only do it during the season because who gives a shit about training camp? You get to see highlights of real games shot by HBO. So that's awesome. It helps that I'm a Colts fan, but it's just HBO doesn't put out bullshit.
Except the end of the
What else am I
Sopranos.
feel like I'm missing something like we watching shows. There's so many good ones.
Well, sticking with HBO, did you watch that? Remember Super Dave? You probably remember Super Dave. Billy probably doesn't. He's on Curb. His character on Curb was oh my god, the big talks like this. What the hell was his name?
Funkhauser?
Funkhauser.
He's dead.
Yeah.
I know he's dead, but he was on Curb, and he is Super Dave. You don't remember Super Dave Osborne?
No.
He rode the motorcycle. He was like an Evil Knievel knockoff. He had his own show.
That's like from the 70s.
It's not from it started in the 70s, but it went on until like the 90s, late 90s.
It went on.
And he
in the
always
90s.
Super
No.
Dave. You don't remember Super Dave? Super Dave.
No, I
Super
know.
Dave.
No.
I know what it is.
Well-
Bob Einstein's his name, by the way.
Yes, but he was Super Dave Osborne was his character in the show, Billy.
No, Oh, by the way, I remember the Witcher on Netflix, fantastic,
It's wonderful.
and The Wheel of Time on Amazon, also very good. If you're looking for shows to watch.
I wasn't done with Super Dave. Yes, his name is Bob Einstein. His brother is Albert Brooks.
Albert
actor.
Einstein.
His name is Albert Einstein. That's where I was going with this whole thing. His brother's Albert Brooks. They're both named Albert. He's Albert Einstein.
Isn't Albert Brooks the guy that was Marlin in Finding Nemo, and he was on this season of Curb?
The Scout. Remember the Scout with Brendan Fraser?
No.
You never saw Scout?
Yeah.
Billy,
Brendan Fraser, quality actor though.
Brendan Fraser is the pitcher for the Yankees, Steve Nebraska. Come on, you've seen that.
I never saw that.
Oh my God, watch that movie. It's a great movie. Albert Brooks is his agent.
Steve Nebraska.
Beano,
Sounds like a porn. This is a porno.
Beano, you were wrong. Super Dave went until 2013 when he had an appearance in Anger Management.
Even longer. He was gone. He always made appearances as Super Dave. I don't think the show was on.
Damn.
Right. Yeah, no, it's after like 92 or after 92. It looks like it was just all appearances. Actually, no.
He was also Matt Damon's father in Ocean's 12.
Yeah,
he was.
Or 13, whatever it was.
But he was fantastic as Funkhauser. He was great.
He was great. You know that Vince Vaughn played his brother. Vince Vaughn was the Funkhauser on this season, which was not the same, but pretty cool.
I want to apologize from the Funkhauser family. Like he was.
That
great.
show has never been not funny from the beginning. It's one of those shows that I watch by myself and I laugh. So
from season 1 till now, that show is funny. It's
when they eventually shut down the league because of Kron. You guys have all these shows to watch. When the Rangers aren't playing, Wheel of Time, The Witcher, Station 11, all that shit, all good stuff, all great stuff.
What a show!
What a show! What shows?
What shows?
Great shows. Anyway,
how many people turned this off and went to watch something else because we just gave?
Yeah, go now and watch it. Well, that would also imply that we have people watching that can turn it off. So AJ probably turned it off. It's like, oh, I'll try the Wheel of Time.
We had a high of 3. We went down to 2.
Hey, I'll take 3.
Yeah.
It's Cobb at work and AJ.
Yeah, it's Cobb, AJ, and maybe Alex too.
And Rich and the admin. This counts as a viewer.
And Kristen's probably watching.
We got
she's working.
Dan in the chat.
Maybe she has it on her phone just so we have the views.
She doesn't care that much.
No, she's got to care a lot more.
So wait, what's coming up here? The Rangers have Anaheim tomorrow.
LA.
And then LA on Monday.
And San Jose. California. California 11.
Oh, California, huh? USA. Here we come. All right, that's fine. Sadly, I'm probably not going to watch any of those games, or at the very least, I'll catch like the first period before my body shuts down. Even tomorrow, which is a Saturday, so we'll see how far I can get into the game tomorrow. Hopefully, at some point during this trip, Panarin's back, and Shesterkin gets out of protocol, so we can really do some damage out there on the West Coast.
I don't know if Panarin has COVID, so I don't know how long he actually physically has to stay away.
I thought it was 5 days now.
It's 5
if you're symptom free.
Yeah, but
I think Shesterkin has COVID now too. It wasn't protocol. He has COVID-19.
The fucking Oilers gave them COVID.
You think?
The day after the Ranger game, McDavid and a bunch of guys went into protocol. So what do you think?
Well, isn't it like the incubation time's like 2 to 7 days?
I blame the defense for letting them get too close to the goalie.
I think just them returning back to Canada, they go into COVID protocol with that country. So I don't even know that.
Yeah, Canada's a little out of their minds right now.
I think their whole team is on COVID protocol.
Very frustrating.
48 hours until they all clear, and then
It's time to let these guys just play and pass it to each other.
Hey, Ricky, they play the Flyers on the 15th at 7. You can watch that game.
15th?
Yeah.
All right, that's the next game I'm going to watch.
It's on ESPN.
And I'll wear my fuck Philly shirt. Is it on ESPN Plus?
That's what the ESPN app says, so I don't know if that's
Oh, then I'm not watching it if it's on ESPN Plus.
Well, I don't know if that's
Yeah,
a lie
ESPN
or
Plus.
just
No, I'm not going to buy it.
You got a kid now. Get that Disney Plus. Get the bundle with Hulu. It's worth it.
I have this. Oh, I have Hulu. I can watch it. Right. I forgot I already have it.
You're the goddamn worst.
It's not mine. It's not mine. It's Sean's. It's my brother-in-law's, but we have it because I watched the last game on it. That's right. Hulu. Got it.
Billy, you want to go to Carolina and see the Rangers play the Hurricanes and not long?
No, I'm good, thanks. Was that on the 25th?
You'll find somebody.
Or is that way
20?
later?
No, I think I'll sell the other 2 tickets like that day.
Yeah.
I should jack them up too. It's a Saturday night and Friday night in Carolina. That's got to be a hot ticket. Rangers.
Sell him to Chris Healy. He's a sucker.
He's already going. He was the first guy I thought of.
Have him sell him to somebody down there. He needs to make friends.
I'll let Ticketmaster do it for me. They're out there on the line. They're on the
Trying
line.
trying to connect with people down there. Yeah, come to the game with me and my wife.
I reached out to him. He said, I'm already going. He already had tickets to the game. He's like, I'm going already. I'm like, all right.
I mean, I've known some losers in my life, but he takes the cake.
Wow.
I love that
wow.
man.
Well, so
Came
if
up
anyone-
just for Christmas to hang out, and I almost gave him COVID.
That was
If
nice.
anyone's watching, section 308, row A, that's the first row, seats 15 and 16 on the aisle in Carolina. All Carolina listeners out there.
Yes, if either of these viewers are interested,
Hopefully, one of them lives in Carolina.
Or no.
I guarantee you they don't. I guarantee it.
Help us, Rangers fan Dan. You're our only hope.
Well, hopefully, the next time we talk next week, after all these 10:30 games, we're talking about a successful road trip. So far, not. And hopefully these guys get out of protocol. So let us give our last words. Brought to you by Gordon Ramsay.
Any last words, you f***ing donkeys?
I cede to you first, Beano.
I thought about this one. I usually don't do the little last words, but thinking back now to like a year ago or even the end of last year, I can picture it now. What a difference a real head coach makes on this team. Like a coach that's been a head coach before, like in the NHL. Maybe he's bounced around, but he's been a coach in this league for 20-something years. I think that is the reason why this team is playing as well as this. We've had some changes. There's been, we got Reeves, Goudreau, Sammy Blade before he got hurt, whatever, Hunt. But the framework of this team hasn't really changed much, except maybe the coach. And I guarantee that's the way that's why this team is playing as well as it is. That room, he brings a little something to that room, and he's not. Even though we have stars on this team, obviously, but this is a NHL caliber coach who knows what the hell he's doing, and you can tell now every night. And that's my last word.
F&A, Cotton. F&A. I'll keep my last words brief. It snowed. It snowed last night, maybe a little bit more than we anticipated. And, I had to drive out today to buy diapers. Not for me, for the baby. Just a general announcement to anyone out there that cares to listen. When you eventually drive your car next, don't be a lazy prick. Scrape off the fucking roof before you leave your parking spot, you subhuman pieces of shit. Scrape your car roofs and then drive. Lazy pricks. Those are my last words.
You stole the words right out of my mouth, Ricky.
Why, you really going to talk about that?
Yeah, on the belt this morning when I was driving, it was like Thunderdome. It was terrible.
Pieces of shit. Like my life doesn't matter, and you could just drive around in front of me having shards of ice fly off into my windshield. Fuck you, right?
Yeah, it was. There was one car that had like all over the hood and the front still. That I'm like, how are you driving this? Like take the 10 minutes and just wipe your car off. It's okay if you show up to work late on a snow day. Like it's okay. The world won't end.
I like to think that I have few pet peeves. This is my biggest pet peeve in life. People that don't scrape the snow off the top of their car before they drive. It bothers me like I can't even tell you. I hate it. I hate you people. But you don't have to be hated. Just fix it. Stop being lazy fucks. Scrape off your car roofs before you drive. Peace and love. Who was that? Who's on the phone? What?
Kristen.
Oh, good to hear from you, Kristen. This has been the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. We are back. Let's go Rangers out on the West Coast. I like to wake up to good news next few days when they play. So give me that. Thank you, Billy, for you were on point tonight, Bill. There's just no other way to say it. You earned your money tonight. We're not paying you enough. And I was glad to have Beano back by my side. This is much more difficult to do when it's just me and Billy. Not that Billy's bad company. It's just,
he's just a very difficult person.
Fucking Islander fan.
And it's not like I watch the games to begin with, so.
And he doesn't have a camera yet. Well, I guarantee you, next podcast you will see Billy's beautiful face. He looks like a younger Timothy Oliphant.
Ooh.
With a chin dimple and everything. So look forward to that.
Don't sell that stock too high. You don't want to disappoint.
Look forward to that next podcast. Maybe we can finally get a tour of Billy's Bay Ridge apartment, which I still haven't been to. And hopefully we're talking about a successful Western trip. But thank you. Thank you to the people that joined us tonight, all three of you, and hopefully people that are listening back, either wherever you get podcasts or on our YouTube or on our Twitch page. Just search Ranger Things Have Happened. You'll find us. I recommend YouTube so you could see our handsome faces, soon to be joined by Billy's handsome face. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Let's go Rangers on the West Coast. Let's get a couple wins. Let's get back on track after a 5-1 drubbing. And let's keep moving forward. Scrape off your fucking roofs. Ranger Things Have Happened. Peace and love. Fuck Billy.